Hi and welcome back to my channel. My name is Audrey and today we are going to do something different, but it's really not anything different because I usually do whatever the heck I want on my channel. So today I'm going to be showing you all of my tattoos. This is what they would call a tattoo tour, and I actually do have, I want to say 7 tattoos, but we'll count them together. So the first one, we're going to go in chronological order, and all of my tattoos have some kind of meaning, some less so than others, but for the most part, they all do have some kind of sentimental meaning to me personally. So the first one I ever got was this one here on my wrist. Well, I guess on my forearm, on my wrist, and I'm going to give you guys a better picture of this, but it says sinners have souls too. And I really like it because I can read it, I can look at it, and when I go and pay for things and I'm going like this, people are always like, oh, sinners have souls too. And I'm like, yeah. And then they're like, you rock on. And I'm like, I'm not a badass, I promise. For me, the real meaning of it is just like, you never know where somebody's coming from or what they've been through or where they're going. So don't judge them because, everybody comes from somewhere. So also, not to jump in on my own creation, but the tattoo on my forearm also is from the movie The Color Purple. As you can tell, I get tattoos from movies and books a lot, but don't judge me.
Say, Daddy, sinners have soul too.
That's my first tattoo. I got that when I was 20. Okay, and then my next tattoo is I have a butterfly on the back of my neck. I will let you see a better view of that one as well. That one for me, that was my second tattoo, and it really actually has a lot of meaning to me. It really just I was going through a really hard time in my spiritual life, and I remember just kind of calling on God and kind of testing him well, if you're even real, why don't you just send me a butterfly? And of course he doesn't send you nothing when you ask for it, but then I swear, a few minutes later, 3 butterflies just landed on my hands, and they would not leave, and I was just kind of like, oh my God, what?
I don't feel safe driving with my grandma, because she's really spiritual. She loved the Lord, to the point where she's not afraid of dying, so I don't like that, all right? I don't like being in the car with someone that's not afraid of death, okay? She got that attitude, if I die, I'm going to heaven, so it don't matter. It does matter, because I'm in the car, okay?
So, that's kind of just the really short version of that story, but I was going through a lot with my family, and it just happened to be something that I felt like I experienced. My third tattoo would be, I have one on my ankle. I'm not flexible anymore. I'll insert a better view of that one as well. It says, I'm almost there, and there's 2 stars to it. And I actually later on in life found somebody else who had the same 2 stars, and I was like, yes, I know what that means, but I didn't realize how basic we were. And for those of you who don't know, it's a Disney reference. So second star to the right is Where You Find Neverland. And then I'm Almost There is a song in Princess and the Frog where those two stars happen to appear when one of the main characters dies. So, fun fact for you there. And apparently I am not original because I thought that I came up with that. Like, I'm like, nobody's gonna have this. Somebody else did.
Down here think I'm crazy, but I don't care.
Yes, there is a meaning to beyond the Disney thing. I just love that movie. I love that movie. It really inspires me. The song in it, I'm Almost There, was really a place I was in time, just kind of like pushing through like school and work and just kind of like that mentality, like I'm going to show up every day for this and I'm going to get through it because I'm almost there. Okay, so then my next tattoo was I got the solar system tattooed kind of up and down my back, so like on my spine. You kind of saw it before. It's right below the butterfly, and I will insert better footage of that as well. But I really like it. For me, that's probably one of my tattoos that has like the least meaning. It just looks dope AF and I love it. I mean, I just think it really highlights my back really well. I love it. I got a really wide back and big muscles sometimes. At least I did when I had it. Now I'm a little more, it's not the same anymore, but either way. So I love that tattoo just for its aesthetics. I'm also just kind of like really love like sci-fi, space, and the stars just as much as any other generic female does. And then on top of that, I put it below the butterfly because it's kind of like representation of God above the universe. So it's really one of my favorite tattoos, even though it's a little less impactful than some of the other ones that I have. That's my fourth tattoo, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess I don't have as many as I thought. I have 6 then, because my next tattoo, this would be number 5, is this one. This one you actually can get like a good view of. It's the 2 flowers here. The 2 flowers are actually, this is part of Tracy Chapman's album cover for shoot, am I crazy? I get an album cover tattooed on me and I can't even remember what album it was. It has all my favorite songs on it though, by Tracy Chapman. So I love this flower because it's from that album cover. And then this is actually an illustration from the book The Color Purple. I love the movie and I also love the book. Now the book, it was one of the first books I actually read all the way through because I really wasn't that into reading when I was younger. Now I love to read, but that was one of the first books that I went all the way through, and the movie is even more iconic than the book. And on top of that, I love sunflowers. Like, I love sunflowers, like, so much. And, I mean, this was gonna be my wedding flower before I ended up not getting married. But I freaking still love sunflowers. So, there we go. And then the guy kind of just, like, added in all these other little thingies around it. And then, the next one is, like, basically right next to that, which is this one. Well, this one. It's a jellyfish. And he is actually also from a book. He's an illustration from a book called Pillow Thoughts. Either way, he's an illustration, and it's from the section of the poetry book where it says for when you're growing. I believe at least that's how it was. And you can kind of see I incorporated him to here, and he's like watering these flowers. I think it's really cute. It's really aesthetic. When I got this, me and my fiance had actually just split up, and I kind of was just like in a weird place, And me and my old friend, we decided, like, she just broke up with her man, I just broke up with my man, and then we were just like, boom, let's live together. So then we decided to live together, and we got this place, and it's really terrible and ghetto. And then we moved in here, and we just kind of like, we made it our own, because like we both kind of lived with somebody else, and we didn't really have our own creative like outlet. So we put jellyfish up, and we did like the whole decorating it like it was the ocean themed. I mean, we didn't go as far as we thought we were gonna go with it, but we definitely had like a solid aesthetic space. And she also bought me the poetry book for my birthday, so it was kind of like it was like an homage to our friendship, as well as just kind of like a new beginnings, like this starts here. And that was the last tattoo that I got. I have plans for more. I'm taking it slow though. At first I really just got all my tattoos like bing, bang, boom. And then this one and this one were a lot further apart than all the rest of them. So overall, my experience with tattoos is that none of these, like, the only one that hurt like a lot was the one that I got on the back of my neck. That one hurt like a... It was really bad. And I was like, I'm never going back to this artist. And then I went back to him for like two more tattoos because it looked great. I mean, like, it just hurt, and I thought it was gonna be ugly. My least favorite tattoo that I have is the one on my ankle, because it says I'm almost there. But if you know like what cursive letters look like, then you're kind of like, does it really say that? I mean, yes, but a lot of people are like, what does it say? But I mean, if you're asking people to read your ankle though, how often are you like, this was somebody's ankle? I don't know. But that one's my least favorite. I actually got all of these done at the exact same shop. I always go to the same place. Even if I say I'm gonna go somewhere different, I never have. I always go to Absulute Tattoos in University in Charlotte, North Carolina. And I rep that tattoo place. I'm pretty much like a walking advertisement. Like, hey, I'm just saying. All of my tattoos, I will say I don't have any trash tattoos. First one was done by Chris. He did a great job. This line work is like solid. It is so clean and legible and beautiful, and I love it. It's exactly what I asked for. The other person that did 3 of my tattoos, which would be, he did the butterfly, the solar system, and these flowers. His name is Jason. He does an absolutely amazing job at giving me exactly what I want. And all of my tattoos have been at like a fairly priced rate. Like, I've never spent more than $250 on a tattoo. And I think that the most expensive one was this one. Or I think it might have been the one on my back. Probably the one on my back. But I've never spent more than that, and I've always gotten really nice tattoos, in my opinion. So he did all of those. Every time I've had a wonderful experience with him. Pretty much every time I go, I just sign up for whatever artist is available, which is how I got the one on my ankle. Not crazy about it. He did a good job. He free-handed it, kind of. He like drew it for me. I had like a good experience, but the actual aftermath of the tattoo is, I think it's a little more blown out than the other tattoos I have. And then I have the jellyfish, was actually done by this guy named Alan, and Alan did an amazing job. His hands are so gentle, like I started to fall asleep when he was doing it. That's how like great it was. He was super nice. It was quick. I mean, the line work is crisp AF. So honestly, if you ever are in Charlotte, North Carolina, you should go there, because Absulute Tattoos has the absolute best tattoos for a decent price. Because, I mean, I'm cheap, but I love myself some nice body artwork. Yeah. So honestly, that's my aesthetic. This is my vibe, and I plan to add more to it at some point. I really want to like kind of make a sleeve out of this. But I don't know where it's going. It's kind of just a journey, just like the rest of your life is, you know, you get more as you go. It's like, it's a way to like visually tell a story with your body about who you are and where you come from, and that's how I've used my canvas. Not everybody does that. Some people just get random crap that they like, and I mean, I've done a little bit of that too. I mean, if you like it and you know that you're gonna like it forever, and like so far I've had this one, I've had the longest. I've had it 3 years. I've had most of my tattoos 3 years, and I pretty much wake up every day and I pretty much love all of them. With the exception of the one on my ankle. I mean, I love her for her ideas and for her contribution to my body artwork. She could have been executed a little bit better. She looked all right. And I also never thought about somebody coming up to read my ankle and like your feet stank and you don't really want nobody to read your ankle. And then people are asking you what it says, and it's just like, but yeah, so those are the tattoos on my body. Like, comment, subscribe. Yeah. Okay, I'll be back at y'all next week with another video. Maybe it'll be a little later because I am moving into my house. I just bought a house and I move in next Monday. So I'm pretty excited about that. But you'll definitely see me again and we're going to talk about it as long as everything goes smoothly, because I ain't trying to jinx everything by telling you about the home buying process, them like being like, yeah, sorry it didn't happen for me. So pray for me. Keep me in your thoughts and your prayers. And I will see you next week. Bye.